Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tarastrology and I will be doing your reading for May 2020. This reading will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Risings. For those of you who don't know, this is a general reading, so this will apply for most Aquarius suns. However, if it doesn't fully work for your situation, since this is so general, you may also look at your moon or rising sign reading, and this could help with giving you some additional insight. Now, another thing that could, if you don't know what those signs are, this could help. I left below in the description box a site that, if you know your birth time and where you were born, it could actually give you your chart for you, and that could just help you get some more clarifiers and help to read about yourself a little bit more. Now, I was also told in another reading that I had done that when I was shuffling the cards, it kind of took up not only a lot of time, but it was very loud, so I shuffled the cards beforehand so we could jump right in. So that being said, we're going to jump right into this reading. I haven't looked at the cards before, but we're going to just start from something. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Now, with the Knight of Wands and the Princess of Pentacles, I think it's quite interesting, right? Because we see two people, man and woman, they have their backs turned to each other, and they're kind of walking in opposite directions. Now, typically, the Knight of Wands is somebody who's kind of just going after his passions, and the Page of Pentacles is somebody who is starting to plant the seeds for what it is that she wants to grow. I feel like you're currently in a situation where perhaps the person that you're with is more readily on to the fact, like, they're kind of getting their life together at a faster rate than you, or it could be vice versa, and it could be that right now you guys are just kind of pulling apart a little bit. This could, if you're not in a romantic relationship at this time, this could just be somebody that you're in a connection with, that, like, one of you just has their life a little bit more together and they're kind of focusing on yourself. And you guys, it doesn't look, you know, if you look at the Princess of Pentacles, it's kind of like she's kind of happy at the same time. So I feel like there's something here that's telling me that you guys are both kind of doing your own thing, and it might mean that there's some kind of internal conflict with this Five of Wands between your relationship, because maybe you guys have to focus on just yourselves, and maybe you can't do that together. And let's pull some more cards, but typically I would say that I would read that differently, but just the way that the cards look next to each other, sometimes you can look at some additional clues, and I really feel like that there's something that you guys are kind of not seeing eye to eye. You're kind of looking out for your own interests right now. And I know last time I kind of spoke about you looking outside of that relationship as is, or just not feeling as content with the relationship as you think you should be. So this could be pointing to something that was going on last month as well. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles, we have two fours, so we have a lot about stability, right? You're holding on to this connection because you thought this was the person you were going to marry. Interesting. You're holding on to them for dear life because you feel like if you let go, then that connection will be no more. But at the same time, you want stability. But you're holding on to an energy, and that kind of makes it really difficult for it to grow. And with this Four of Wands, it's all about, you know, celebrations and kind of bringing, you know, loved ones around the home, and really about marriage too. So I really feel like you're kind of trying to marry these ideas together, but you're holding on to it because you're afraid that if you let go, it won't happen. With the Three of Pentacles, I feel like there's still something that's pushing you to look outside of the relationship. You might be looking towards somebody else. You know, Three of Pentacles is also about collaboration, but it's, you know, it's kind of like teamwork, but in a different way. So I don't know, with this, the way I see this triangle with it, again, looking at just the symbols here, I feel like there's kind of a love triangle going on. Perhaps they're looking to somebody else, and maybe you're holding on with that, and that's why you're in conflict. There's an inner conflict. But going back to what we were kind of working with last month even, I really feel like it could be that you are looking at someone outside of the relationship. Okay. Alright. So then we have the World and the Two of Cups. There is somebody, perhaps it is the person that you're dealing with that you're feeling disconnected from right now. But I really do feel like it's somebody else. So, alright, with the World and the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups is like you walk into a coffee shop and it's a rainy Sunday and you've never been to this coffee shop, but for some reason you just feel like someone's staring at you. And you turn and you look at someone and you're just like, huh, what's that connection? And as you're walking out, they stop you to grab your number. And they ask if you want to sit and have coffee with them. And the conversation goes so smoothly. And you just realize that, wow, this is somebody who understands me. This is the perfect balance. This is like a soulmate. It's something that you just know. So that coming up with the World, I feel like there's somebody that you've been looking at that you just have such a connection with, and they really mean the world to you. And they kind of make you look at yourself in a different light, and they've helped you really grow. But for some reason, you're feeling trapped with this Eight of Swords. Are you feeling trapped because you're in another situation? Or are you feeling trapped because you're unable to tell this person how you feel? Are you feeling this conflict because you feel like you want to work on things with that Three of Pentacles? Perhaps. You know, perhaps you wanted to work on things, but you're really not good at communicating, which is odd for an Aquarius who is an air sign, but it's not totally out of character at the same time. But with the Eight of Swords, I want to point out to you that, yes, she's tied, yes, she's blindfolded, but there are plenty of holes within these swords. If she gets herself out of this, she'll realize that, you know, once she could see clearly, there's a way out. So it's self-entrapment. So there's a situation that you feel really bound to, but you're putting yourself in an entrapment and unable to move. Weird. Why? Let's look. Okay. Those are a lot of cards to come out. Nine of Cups and the Lovers. You really wish to be in this relationship. You wish to be with your soulmate. And that might not be the person that you're with. To get there, to really force these things to kind of start to get into the works and actually happen, you have to end the situation. And it's going to be really hard for you to do that. Because there might still be love with this situation. It just might not be the one. So I really feel that for most of you that I'm reading this to, there's a third party situation and you're not feeling content in your exact space because there's somebody else that you really wish for. I feel like you can achieve that, but you're not going to achieve it until you make this harsh ending. And it's only so harsh because it's so hard for you, because you are trapped yourself and you're telling yourself that you can't leave, which is not true. Now the bottom of the deck is the Death card in reverse. So the Death card in reverse is you're resisting change. There's an inevitable change that needs to happen, but you are trying to resist it. Interesting. I'm really interested in seeing how this unfolds. If you watch this at a later point in May, please leave a comment. I would love to hear your stories. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next month. That was a heavy read, but it was not a bad read. You might read it as so because it is difficult, but don't resist the change. I'll see you guys next month. Bye.